In a case involving the Teen Mom star's 14-year-old son Jace, Jenelle Evans' husband, David Eason, has been charged with child abuse. On September 28, David is said to have beaten the MTV star's oldest child in front of a neighbor's house in North Carolina. According to TMZ, the 35-year-old has now been charged with a misdemeanor. However, the specific charges are still pending. Jace ran away from home for the third time in roughly a month in early October, and the U.S. Sun has learned that Jenelle and David were the subject of an investigation by North Carolina Child Protective Services at the time. A representative for Jenelle was contacted by the U.S. Sun, but they would not confirm or refute the allegations. A request for comment from David's representative was not answered. Additionally, the Columbus County Sheriff's Department remained silent. Jenelle discussed her husband's allegations on Thursday, not long after the news was announced. The mother of three shared her opinions on her Instagram story. The Teen Mom actress lost her temper and said, "You would think police wouldn't make a one-sided police investigation. They didn't ask the parents for any information or conduct interviews. This circumstance appears to be very biased, just like all the others." She continued, saying, "I had complete faith in that detective. You can't trust police, you forgot that. Me being silly. I don't trust anyone in my vicinity. Going missing for a bit." Jace ran into the woods in September after sneaking out of David and Jenelle's house through a window, triggering a police investigation. After accusations of abuse surfaced almost a week ago, the U.S. Sun stated law enforcement launched an investigation into the case once he was located. Although the specifics of the encounter are still unknown, TMZ has learned via a source that Jace was involved in an assault that was captured on camera. The insider informed the outlet that the video is in the custody of both Child Protective Services and the police. Jenelle has not been charged as of now, but there is a possibility that she could in the future due to the incident. An informant with North Carolina law enforcement told TMZ following claims that the star's husband David attacked the star's son Jace late last month. A police source informed the U.S. Sun last week that Jenelle and her husband are the subject of an official criminal investigation. Prior reports from a number of sites stated that the Columbus County Sheriff's Department and CPS were both investigating Jace's third attempt at running away following his stepfather's alleged assault. After then, CPS took custody of Jace, and his grandmother Barbara has been looking after him ever since. On September 29, Jace was admitted to a hospital in the Brunswick area. On October 10, he was at last admitted to the hospital and placed under Barbara's care. Up until this week, law enforcement has been silent about their formal involvement. Following the special court hearing last week, CPS has also increased the scope of its probe. According to the U.S. Sun, Jenelle was allegedly ordered by a judge to remove Kaiser and Ensley from their North Carolina property known as The Land and bring them in for interrogation without the former reality star or her husband David present. The Teen Mom 2 actress received criticism for making it difficult for CPS to interview her kids on multiple occasions after the hearing. Unless Jace, the teenager, initiates contact, Jenelle is not allowed to speak to or see him. Meanwhile, reports claim that David is prohibited from communicating with him in any way. The matter of Jace's care going forward is scheduled for a hearing later this month, although it's unclear if any permanent arrangements will be made at that point. In March 2023, Barbara returned custody of the teenager to Jenelle, even though Jace had made his first attempt at a runaway in August. When Jace was just a toddler, the MTV star's mother initially got custody of him as Jenelle battled mental health and drug addiction problems. Jenelle voluntarily gave Jace her rights at that point. Along with her former partner, Nathan Griffith, the Teen Mom star is parents to a son named Kaiser. Ensley is the daughter that she and David had together. Ensley, 6, and Kaiser, 9, Jenelle's youngest children, were in the car on the night of September 28 when the alleged assault occurred, as the U.S. Sun exclusively disclosed on Friday. According to an informant, David's daughter Marisa, who resides with them at their residence, recently obtained a driver's license and was at a friend's house the night the event occurred. Marisa used to spend a lot of time watching the smaller children, but she hasn't come back since she bought a car. That night, the younger kids were in the car with Jenelle and David when they pulled up to the house where he beat up Jace, according to a source. The youngest kids were in the car and saw what happened, a second person stated. For this reason, it was crucial that CPS speak with them in private without Jenelle or David in attendance. Beyond wanting to ask about any other potential abuse that happened in the house, they also wanted to know exactly what they saw that night while they sat in the car in front of the house. According to yet another source, Ensley and Kaiser were present for the alleged attack and voiced their concerns about the Columbus County Sheriff's Department's inaction in their continuing criminal investigation, as well as CPS inaction in removing the younger children from the home. I'm not sure what's going on with the sheriff or CPS. This house has been investigated before. There have been multiple allegations of abuse made against David, and still nothing has happened, the irritated insider stated.